Hi, Hiram. Thank you so much for joining us at Cosmopolitan Middle East. We love you, just absolutely love you. And we know you're incredibly busy. So it means so much to us in Dubai that you have taken a little bit of time out of your schedule to have a little chit chat.
Of course, it's my pleasure. I'm super, super excited.
So you are a skincare YouTuber with fans literally all over the world. And I know you got some fans in Dubai.
Yes.
And what, when you first started your skincare YouTube channel, like what made you start that channel? And did you ever think it was going to get as big as it is?
Yeah, great question. I started my YouTube channel primarily just to kind of document my journey throughout skincare, but also to take something that seemed to be so complicated and complex and overwhelming and very technical like skincare and make it really simplified and easy to understand and just fun. I felt like so much of the conversation around skincare was very much driven by a heavy intensity on, ingredient knowledge and effectiveness and concentration and formulation, all these things that I felt like were not necessarily easy to understand by people who are brand new to the world of skincare. And my goal was really to create a channel that introduced people to how fun skincare can be and really simplify and tell people exactly what steps they need, what was important, what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing, and just to make it as fun and interesting as possible. It started as a side passion. I truthfully never ever thought it would get to this level. It definitely was something that I figured was only interesting to like a small group of people, but I think the most incredible part of seeing the growth and the journey is seeing how many people have become interested in skincare now from a very young age. I've have, subscribers who are 7 years old, 8 years old that are talking to me about ingredient concentration and effectiveness and skin concerns, which is so incredible because even just, when I entered the industry, so much of the focus was on, repairing skin damage when you're already, like 50 or 60 years old.
Yeah.
Later in life, it was so much of a focus on luxury and very expensive skincare and very complicated. And it's so encouraging to see how that has shifted and how many people are open to taking care of their skin across all demographics, no matter what age, no matter what gender. Like it's really been cool to see how much the industry has shifted. And I'm really grateful to be a part of it and kind of sharing how fun and, easy skincare can be.
Yeah, and I think you definitely took your passion and you took something incredibly complicated and you present it in such a fun and relatable way. My 12-year-old daughter is a huge fan of you.
Really?
Yes, she loves you. She just watches you even for she just likes to hear you talk, to be honest. So she'll just watch your videos and she's like, Mom, you should really try to be a little bit more like him. I'm
No,
like,
you
I
can do
know, I
it.
should. So what made you decide to come out with your own skincare brand?
Yeah, so it's funny. I didn't even plan to come out with a skincare brand initially because I didn't know what I could offer that was new to the industry. There's so much in the skincare industry already, and I didn't know if there's anything unique I could offer. But one thing was really clear for me having a channel and a platform. I really wanted to figure out a way I could use my platform to talk about bigger issues and to like make a positive impact on the world. And I've always been so passionate about like global issues and making a positive difference in the world. And for me, it was always this struggle of like, how can I use everything that's been created for something that's really good? And it was when I realized, what if we were to combine the skincare and social change and give people an opportunity to change the world every time they do their skincare routine and to leave a bigger impact in that way. Once I came across that idea, that's really when the passion really ramped up because I wanted it to not only show consumers what was possible in terms of companies and people taking action to resolve bigger issues that are happening around the world, but also just show the industry and the rest of the world what's possible from a business standpoint. And I felt like that really could be my contribution to the industry of showing that we can all do something to make the world a better place. We don't have to all be people who dedicate our entire lives to
Mhm.
activism and all these different important things, but we can make small daily actions to make the world a better place. And what if the way to do that is through skincare? And so that's really when my passion started and when I realized like a skincare brand could really do something that's bigger. And once I came across the idea, honestly, it was just really like I fully dived into the work behind the scenes, and it was hard keeping it a secret for so long because I was working on it for so long. But being able to develop that and being able to partner with the Inky List to really make it as impactful and globally accessible as possible has just taken it to a level that I never thought was even possible.
Well, congratulations. And you really thought outside the box. And I think that's something that makes you extra special is from the get-go, you've always been a little bit outside the box. And I love that about you. And you're also incredibly well-spoken.
Oh, thank
So
you.
yeah,
Wow.
you really are. It's such a treat to listen to you. So with all these products, there's 5 of them right now, correct?
Mhm.
And
Correct.
I know I mentioned earlier your hair. I love how it fits in perfectly, but also your blue eyes and your blue shirt.
Yeah, I know. I'm
You are
always wearing blue.
you're on brand. You look amazing. So can you tell us a little bit just about these products and like who they're made for? Can my mom use them? Can my daughter use them?
Yeah,
And just give us a little bit of info. By the way, I am wearing the gel cream and it's
amazing.
amazing. I
Oh,
love it.
good. That makes me so happy. That's awesome. Yeah, so all the products fall in line with the gentle, active philosophy. I
Okay.
saw it within the industry. There's so many products that are either focused towards people with the most sensitive, the most reactive skin, very simple skincare solutions, or you
Mhm.
have products that are very strong, very concentrated, give instantaneous results, but may not be the most sustainable in terms of actual long-term skin health. So I wanted to develop a line that utilized these incredible, powerful ingredients at mindful and gentle concentrations focused on preventative care so that every single day you can ensure that you're maintaining and taking care of the health of your skin in order
Mhm.
to combat and fight a lot of the issues that naturally come along, as we age, as we get older, as we, start developing issues. And I think one thing that's really encouraging about the skincare industry is that we're seeing it move away from this hyper focus on like, get me the results as fast as possible. And I want to, change this in my skin immediately to a conversation around skin health, which is really, in my
Mm.
opinion, like the most important thing. If your skin is properly healthy, then it will be able to naturally fight against so many issues like we see, like premature aging or, dark spots, hyperpigmentation, breakouts, acne, all those different things. If our skin is at its top health, then it will be able to, itself fight against those problems, and making sure that we have skincare products that can help maintain that skin health is the most important thing. So that's really what the products are focused on. And
Mhm.
I'd say it's really for anyone who's wanting to invest in the health of their skin and focus on preventative care. We've seen a lot of products on the market talking about how to get rid of all these problems, but I really wanted this line to be focused on taking those daily preventative steps to ensure you're preventing those problems long term, and really making sure that it's the most sustainable in terms of your skin health. So that's really what the products are focused on. Being online, I was able to see how many people struggle with skin sensitivities and skin irritation, how so many people use so many products on their skin and just really push their skin to the edge. And I wanted this line to be as accessible as possible to people with the most sensitive skin, but still deliver really powerful results at the same time. And each of the products kind of emulate that with, the tried and true ingredients like retinol or salicylic acid or mandelic acid, these ingredients that people already really love for the
Mhm.
results they can deliver to the skin, but also alongside like innovative ingredients like rainbow algae or sea kelp or maracuja that are maybe not as well known, but really interesting and amazing for their skin benefits and kind of offer a new, more innovative formula to the market. And so I'd say anyone who's really just wanting to prioritize the health of their skin, focus on that preventative care, no matter what age you're at, no matter what skin concerns you're struggling with, this really is a line that works to prioritize skin health.
Oh, that's incredible. And once again, you're thinking outside the box. And it makes me think of you're encouraging people almost to exercise their skin, like you want to exercise before you have a heart problem or, so
Exactly. I always make the
love that.
comparison to like brushing your teeth. It's
Yeah.
a lot easier to just brush your teeth every single day than try to go through these corrective dental treatments. It's a lot easier to make sure your body is healthy and that you're at the, you're at your top health by exercising every day and eating well, rather than trying to do all these really intense reversive, treatments down the road. It's much easier just to do that every single day. And so I love that comparison, because that's exactly what it is. It's the most, it's prioritizing that so that you are able to curb a lot of those issues and not have to worry about how to get rid of all these really intense things because you were investing in your skin's health for so long.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And it's so educational too. And it's empowering for people to really be able to understand what they're doing with their skin and, to have like sort of a clear journey forward, I would say.
Yeah,
So, where can we buy Selfless in Dubai?
yes, so Selfless is actually at Sephora globally. So you're able to find it at any Sephora, and all the products there around the world. I am really excited for the day I'll be able to come to Dubai and be able to see the products in store and do events and all that type of amazing things. But yes, they are available in Sephora.
Amazing. So, you haven't then been to Dubai, have you?
I haven't, no.
Okay.
And the plan was to come this summer, but because of COVID, not really a
Yeah.
possibility right now. But at some point I will be coming. I'm just really excited for when I'll be able to.
Oh, well, you have to let us know because Cosmo Middle East will totally take care of you and we'll take you to the greatest places. So, I meant to ask you this earlier, why did you name the brand Selfless?
Oh yeah. So I saw, one of the beautiful things about the skincare industry is the hyper focus on self-empowerment, self-beauty, recognizing your own self-importance, and that really important message of self-care. But I saw that there was so much focus on, oneself in this very booming and profitable industry. And I think one of the beautiful things that I've really experienced being in the world of skincare is not only seeing the results within my own skin, but being able to teach people and help people and give people that ability to find their own beauty through skincare. And for me, I wanted to name it Selfless because I wanted to give people an opportunity to not only empower themselves by using these incredible products that will give their skin, incredible results, but to also empower others by focusing on some of the most important issues facing our world right now, which is lack of access to clean drinking water and climate change. And I think that experience of self-care is so beautiful, but what also provides meaning is knowing that you're able to help others too. And I think there's this really powerful experience in being able to use these products and knowing that because I'm taking care of my skin, people around the world are getting access to clean drinking water, that forests are being protected from deforestation. It really helps enhance. And I think I really want the brand to just inspire us to think about how we can be more selfless every day. What through small actions can we do to be a little bit more selfless, focus on helping others a little bit more. That's really what I want the message of the brand to be, and to inspire that within people so that not just within skincare, not just within this line, but in every aspect of life, us thinking about how can we do better to make the world a better place.
So you're selflessly providing self-care to others and to Mother Nature. That's
Yes, that's what I
wonderful.
want people to be able to, really have the knowledge of. I think there's a lot of beauty and a lot of empowerment with that message.
There really is. And we've also noticed lately, it just seems that more and more brands are turning to sustainability
Mhm.
and to becoming more eco-friendly. So yours certainly is just right along with that. And in creating this brand, what accomplishment are you most proud of? And then at the same time, what was the toughest lesson you had to learn in this?
Great question. So I'd say the thing I'm most proud of is actually, what was accomplished from the back end of building a brand. There are so many things that go into developing a brand, having to work with manufacturers and individual ingredient suppliers. And we have a thing called the Selfless Standard, which is a set of standards that we put on ourselves and the people we work with to ensure that we're only leaving a positive impact. And in working with individual ingredient suppliers and, giving them questions about like, what is the sustainability of the process of getting these ingredients? How are the communities impacted? How are people who work to extract these ingredients treated? How are those localized environments? Is this helping or is this hurting the region? we were shocked by just how little information there was out there, and how
Mm,
brands or people within the industry will, actually go to the lengths to ensure that all the way down the supply chain, every single person and the planet is being empowered. And that was truthfully the hardest part, I'd say, of building this brand, was really making sure that every single ingredient, every single process, from the packaging to the ingredients to the way that we operate, was done in, a mindful way. And I think also representative of the change that really, needs to happen in the industry as well. I think there needs to be more transparency, more conversation about, like, who are the people making, these ingredients, these products, and everything that's going into this, and how can we make sure that it's only leaving a positive impact. So I'd say that definitely was very eye-opening to me, because it showed me how much work we have to do,
yeah.
as an industry, and the opportunities for us to be more selfless in those ways. And what was the second question again?
It was what has been the toughest lesson as well.
Mm,
So like the what your biggest accomplishment, and then sort of on the flip side, the toughest lesson. But it sounds like they're almost both, it was so tough for you to accomplish that,
yeah.
of being the mindfulness down the whole chain you just said.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I definitely went into the brand at the beginning saying, I want there to be a social impact with every single purchase, where you're providing, solutions for some of the biggest world issues. But as I went into the process of, developing the brand, especially along the Inky list, the attention to detail that we had to have through every single step, and ensuring that every single process, was working to be in line with the selfless standard as much as possible, was definitely the most difficult thing. And it's funny, because that's definitely not, I think, something a lot of people think about, when it comes
Yeah.
to brands. A lot of people aren't questioning, consumers or brands aren't questioning, where are these ingredients coming from? Like, what is the story?
Mm,
What's happening, to actually make this possible? And I think from a back end standpoint, that definitely was the most difficult part of making this brand impactful. But I said from the beginning of creating the brand and working with the Inky list, like, I do not want to create a brand unless I know it's only leaving a positive impact, and that we're doing everything that we can to make that possible. I'm just not comfortable launching a brand unless I know everything is being done in the most mindful way. And so I'd say that definitely was the hardest part, but I think it revealed the most opportunity, and it really gives us as a company and as an industry and as consumers an opportunity to really, start those conversations and start thinking more critically about how everything is made and how we can, do better.
yeah, well, I mean, you've certainly set such a leading example for that. And like you said before, when you look at this, it you make it look so simple, right? It looks easy, it's pretty, it's aesthetic, it has a nice product inside, but really, on the flip side, there's just so much brain power and effort going into creating it. So, I mean, hats off to you. And lastly, I wanted to ask you, Hiram, what is one thing you want Cosmo Middle East, our viewers, our readers, to know about you?
Oh, great question. I'd say the thing that I really, would love people to know is, I'd say, like, my true desire for what I want to do for this industry. Creating skincare content, it was always been a passion. It's always been a side thing that I love doing, that I was like, this is fun, this is enjoyable. I certainly didn't expect it to be the thing that I would be really pursuing, or would become my career or my primary focus. And through that entire process of, like, growing online and everything, I think a lot of people have seen, me from a skincare point of view, but I really want to kind of be able to use my platform as a way to start conversations about more important things. And I think one thing I really am trying to work towards in the future is how I can be more involved in, global issues, in resolving global problems, talking about, different things, whether it be, sustainability, or helping the planet, or human rights issues, or different things like that. That's really what I'm passionate about, using my life to do. And this brand is one way that I'm really excited about leaving a very positive impact on the world. But by no means is this, the only thing that I plan to do with my life. And I really am excited for the doors this will open, in terms of me being able to be involved in bigger nonprofit work, in really important issues, and using the online space and my online platform to be able to, shed light on different problems, and really utilize that. And I think, I, of course, love skincare, and that's definitely what people know me for, but I'm really excited for what the future will bring in terms of, philanthropic opportunities and really, using everything that I've been given, everything that, has been so incredibly and graciously given to me as a way to really, focus on what's most important, which is bringing meaning to other people's lives, helping the world, making the world a better place. And there's so much to come. So I'm really excited for this brand, but I'm also really excited for so much of what will happen in the future within that space.
Wow. Well, you know what? We can't wait to see what else you come out with. And Cosmo Middle East will always be supporting you and
Thank
right
you.
behind you. And we just can't wait to see what will come. So,
You. And I
you
can't
know,
wait to meet you guys in person. I'm super excited
yeah.
for when
Oh
I'll
my
be
gosh.
back.
Yes. Same. We can we'll have a great time in Dubai. And thank you so much for your time. I know you are so incredibly busy. And everyone, you can check out all of Hiram's social media handles in the, I don't know what it would be, a description box below. And of course, his products, Selfless by Hiram, are available at Sephora Middle East. So thank you, Hiram.
Thank you. So nice to meet you. Thank you.
Bye.